There is a strange kind of tragedy that exists in our age, not the tragedy of famine, nor the tragedy of war, but the tragedy of invisibility. A business born with love, with passion, with sweat in the palms and hopes in the hearts disappears before anyone even knows it existed. This is the fate of millions online. They build, they post, they launch, and then silence. Because in the digital world, silence is not absent, it's death. And this, my friend, is where our story begins. There was once a dreamer named Mara. Mara had built something beautiful, handcrafted jewelry made from recycled metals, designed to carry stories, not just shine. Every piece had a meaning, but online, no one saw it. Her website was hidden in the endless maze of the internet. Her posts drowned in the sea of noise. Her emails went unopened, lost in cluttered inboxes. Every night she stared at her glowing screen, refreshing the analytic page that never moved. It was a different kind of grief, watching your creation vanish, not because it lacked worth, but because no one could find it. One night, in her desperation, Mara stumbled across a guide, a book that promised clarity in chaos. Skeptical, she opened it, and the words spoke to her like a voice in the dark. Digital marketing is not magic. It is not noise. It is a simple act of making sure the right people see the right message at the right time. It was a map, not a treasure, but to invisibility. For the first time, Mara realized she wasn't cursed. She was simply lost. And there were roads out of the dark. The first road was her website. Mara had thought of it as a storefront, but the book revealed the truth. It was the foundation, the home, the anchor. Her website was too slow, too cluttered, too quiet, so she stripped it down, rebuilt it from clarity, stronger headlines, cleaner navigations, faster loading. And as she did, she learned a website is not a monument, it is a living story. Every word, every button, every image whispers to the visitor, stay, trust, buy. It wasn't glamorous, but it was the ground she would stand on. And for the first time, the silence cracked. A visitor lingered. The next road was content. The book said, don't just sell, serve, teach, solve. So Mara began to write, not about jewelry, not at first, but about meaning, about sustainability, about recycled metal matters, about the history of adornment, the rituals of beauty, the hidden stories behind stones. Her words became lanterns, lighting paths. Strangers didn't even know they were walking. Traffic trickled in. People stayed longer. They shared her post. And Mara learned, when you stop shouting about yourself and start whispering what others need to hear, they lean closer. But then she entered the hall of mirrors, social media. At first, it overwhelmed her. The endless trends, the flashy lights, the voices louder and louder. How could her small voice be heard here? But the guide whispered again, you don't need everyone, you need your people. Find where they are and speak only there. So Mara focused on Instagram and Pinterest, the places where beauty and story collide. She posted not as an advertiser, but as a storyteller. She replied to comments, shared her customers' photos, and showed her messy workbench as often as she polished products. And slowly, the mirrors stopped distorting her. They began reflecting her truth. Her following grew, not millions, but enough. Then came the lesson that changed everything. Email. The God explained social media is borrowed land, but on inbox, that is a door you are invited through. At first, Mara list was small, barely 100 names, but she treated each one like a person, not a number. She wrote letters, not ads, stories, not pitches, tips, not spam. And then the replies came back. I've been waiting for this. This piece spoke to me. Where can I buy? Mara realized relationships are not built in public, but in whispers. But still, she was invisible to the greatest giant of all, that search engine, the river of Google, the endless streams where billions searched, but only a few were ever found. Here, the book revealed the two eyes of the giant, SEO and SEM. Search engine optimization was patient, craft, relevance. Search engine marketing was speed, precision, strategy. So Mara did both. She learned the words her audience typed in the night. She wove them into her website, her stories, her image, and with a modest budget, she placed her message before those already searching. One morning, she typed sustainable handmade jewelry into the search bar, and there she was, visible. But numbers still haunted her. Analytics, metrics, data, they felt like cold eyes watching her every move. But the book reframed them. Numbers were not judgment, they were voices. Bounce rate said they came, but you scared them away. Click rate said this caught her curiosity. Conversion said they believed you. Every number was a whisper of truth. And when Mara listened, she was no longer guessing. She was guiding, and guiding she grew. Here is where the story turns, because for every Mara who learns the road, there are countless others who never do. Their dreams die unseen. Their work dissolves into the digital fog. And that is the tragedy. Not that their ideas were weak, but that their voices were never heard. Silence in this age is not neutral, it is fatal. Mara is no longer invisible. Her jewelry finds home across oceans now. Her inbox is filled with gratitude. Her nights are filled not with despair, but with purpose. But she never forgets the darkness she walked through, the silence she almost surrendered to. And so she tells her story to remind others, to guide them. Because digital marketing is not about selling, it is about surviving. It is about being seen. And in a world drowning in noise, being seen is everything. So if you are there now, refreshing the analytics page that never moves, wondering why your voice vanishes into the void, know this: you are not cursed, you are not broken, you are simply unseen. And there is a map, a guide, a way out, because digital marketing is not mystery, not magic, not noise. It is the art of connection, the science of visibility, the bridge between your dreams and the world waiting to find it. And if Mara's story proves anything, it's this: the tragedy is not in failing, the tragedy is never being found. Please subscribe and see you in the next video.